So this Saturday morning, we're working on a 1969 C10 6-lug Chevy pickup. Got a brake job that needs to be done. I've already performed the brake job. These are the tools that I brought out just in case I needed them, so I only made one trip. My brake pads were getting worn. Here's my old brake pad. It's kind of broken. It's really thin. Hasn't been stopping like it's supposed to. Some pointers. The brake job's already done, but some pointers I thought I'd document is you could put your pickle fork in here and adjust the wheel, the star adjuster wheel that's inside, so that you close up the brake shoes. Bring them in closer because it'll be tough to get your drum off. And if you do, some parts may come loose and you won't know what it was supposed to look like, so you can put it back together correctly. So the first step you want to do is to try and rotate the wheel so that you close up the brake shoes. The brake is unadjusted, and if you want to do that, there's a bunch of teeth in there. You want to take a tool like a screwdriver, pry bar, or a pickle fork, and you want to rotate this is the driver's side. You want to rotate the wheel so that it's rotating counterclockwise from the front of the vehicle. Right? So I had already done that. I can take my drum off pretty easy. Another thing I noticed, in the hub, there's a large dip right here, and there's small 4 holes in the hub, and you want to line up your drum with those holes. Alright. So here you can pull up the I don't know what this plate's called. It's supposed to automatically adjust your star wheel as you wear out. When you go put your vehicle in reverse and hit the brakes, it's supposed to help adjust it. I don't believe they work all that well. But you want to rotate this thing. Preferably you want to get something out of the way. This is what makes it difficult to do, because it's grabbing those teeth, the stars. So you can relieve that. So you want to rotate that. If you see, it's counterclockwise from the front of the vehicle. Get that thing as small as possible. By doing that, it just makes it easier to remove this spring and be able to remove your pads. I did not do this before I worked on mine. When I pulled this off, I damaged the old cup here, and I happen to have a new kit. I was prepared for this, and also this spring was displaced. I didn't know exactly where it went. I had to look at some pictures in a book. Additional difficulty. So you make that as small as you can, and then you're able to use a prying tool of a sort, or a large screwdriver would work, to spread this apart, and then you can get that thing out, and you're not fighting out a loaded spring so easily. See how it gaps out, and it will pop out. Another tip then is you want a tool like this to go on this cup here. And you're going to push and you're going to rotate. You will do that after you have this spring unloaded and have this star adjuster off. And so then, once you remove that, you can then pull this thing out, and you're going to pull it towards you, and you'll slowly see this piston pin. This is the cylinder, the wheel cylinder, that when you pressurize it and it pushes out on the brake shoes on the left and on the right. But you're gonna observe which spring you have. Just relieve this. The spring comes out. Put it to the side. and pull this forward, rotate it a little bit, and springs will not go shooting out and you will not lose them. The same thing here on this side. You want to relieve this spring, and keep in mind another problem that I did was the brake shoes, the steel plates have the same exact holes in them. However, the lining material, if you look really well, it's not the same. There is a front and a rear shoe. You need to observe that. I did not do that the first time. I had the wrong shoe in the wrong spot. But with these tips, it makes it very easy to remove and replace. So you want to use your spring tool here, put it on here, rotate, load it and rotate it. That will come off, and this plate will come off. There's a little cup that aligns this plate, the star adjuster plate, and this brake shoe. It goes in the hole right here, and it helps keep this star adjuster plate aligned with your brake shoe. So you carefully remove this. A pin comes out the back. Here's my old pin. Looks like a nail. And you can see that there's a T shape on the end that goes in this cup that retains the spring. So you remove this plate. Be mindful of the spring and the hook on the end here. And again, with this brake shoe, you're going to pull it forward and rotate it carefully towards you, and you will disengage this piston pin, and then you'll relieve this right here. It's just got a crescent shape on it, and it comes out very nicely. And then just remember the orientation of the spring. Transfer the spring to the new shoe and reverse your process. So my next step is to put my drum back on, and I'm going to adjust my star. I'm expanding everything now. You can only expand it so far, and you won't be able to get your drum off or drum back on. You'll get a ridge on your drum to some extent, and it will make it difficult to remove your drum or install it. So there's some pointers for working on a drum brake job for a 1969 C10 pickup. Thanks for watching.